Story time, how I found out my mom was pregnant with my boyfriend's baby.
So it all started while I was on a girls' trip in Mexico.
Ladies, you see what happens when you go away on girls' trips in Mexico? Hey, what's going on, good people? This is Tori with Datingwright, and in this video, we're going to be discussing a TikTok video that is making its rounds online. We are not too sure if this story is true or not, but it looks pretty authentic to me. This lady is talking about the fact that her mom actually got pregnant from her boyfriend while she was on vacation, or maybe before that, of course. But looking at her TikTok, it looked like that's pretty much what her TikTok is all about. So I think it's some truth there to this story. You guys are gonna have to let me know down below, but without further ado, let's get into it.
Story time, how I found out my mom was pregnant with my boyfriend's baby.
So it all started while I was on a girls' trip in Mexico. Roe versus Wade just got overturned that morning, and I was calling all of the women in my life just to see how they were, to check on them. And when I got to my mom, she was obviously distraught, crying. I didn't think anything of it because she's a woman, raising a woman in America, and she knows multiple other women who would be affected by this. So I talked to her, we ended the call, went back to my trip. 2 days later, I called my mom just to check on her, and she's still audibly distraught. You could tell she'd been crying, and I was asking her what was going on, and she wasn't telling me. And I was telling her, I was like, hey, tell me what's going on, or I'm going to get on a flight and come back and figure out what's going on myself. And ultimately, she ended up just telling me, after a few minutes, she was like, I'm pregnant. Now, when she told me that, I didn't think much of it. I was just really happy, really excited, because I never thought that I would have a younger sibling. So I was just congratulating her. You know, I was just ranting, talking about next steps, like, oh my God, did you set up the first ultrasound? How are you feeling? Blah, 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 making funny jokes, talking about names. And then she cuts me off and she was like, but it's Bi. We're going to call him John. John being my ex. My boyfriend at the time, I should say. I asked her to repeat herself because, keep in mind, I'm a little bit drunk. I'm in Mexico, come on. I asked her to repeat herself. I was like, what? And then she says, it's by John. After I heard that, my soul left my body. And everything that came after that, I was not ready for.
That's a crazy, heart-wrenching story to actually hear that your own mother would do something like that. And it sounds like for her to get pregnant like that, it sounds like this was a sexual relationship that was ongoing all the time, often. You know how it wasn't just, oh, we slipped up and did something one night. It looked like they was probably getting down all the time. And I saw the comment section on her TikTok page, and I saw a lot of women are saying, oh, I would never speak to her again. I wouldn't even speak to the baby. The comment section for women got very dark. I think there is a conversation to be had about, unforgiveness and forgiveness, but I'm not sure how she need to walk this out, but I think forgiveness is the way to walk it out. It's definitely going to be hard to look at her mom and that child. I saw a lot of her other TikTok posts saying things like, oh, vengeance is mine. And it's almost like she want to get back at her mom. And, that's the mindset that she don't need to be in. But what a lot of women need to keep in mind that I think the female comedian Monique did a comedy show back in the day where she talked about the fact that ain't no woman allowed around her man or gonna be around her man like her. Even the maid can't be around her man, the nurse, the teacher at the school, and definitely even her mom. Monique was making a joke that her mom can't even be around her man. But in reality, all jokes aside, this is something that happens often, more often than we think, because a lot of younger women and older women too, they don't realize that if their mother is still, possible age that she's, 40s or 50s and she still look good, a lot of women A lot of mothers are competing with their daughters. Some mothers, not all mothers, are competing with their daughters at times. At times, they still want to come around and look good. They still want to garner attention from any man in that room, and that man in the room happens to be your boyfriend or husband. If your mother has a past of being fast, tail hot in the behind, you know what I'm talking about. There's a possibility that she can take your man because she look at you as competition. She look at you as the more you talk about your relationship with her, the more she maybe get a little turned on about, oh, he is a good man. Oh, he's a good man. Oh, I like him. Oh, he did this for you. And it's like some things you got to be able to have discernment for. I know everybody would like to look at their mother or put their parents on a pedestal, but you got to remember that these people are humans too, and they have weaknesses in their flesh. I'm not making excuses for this mom. This mom is straight up trifling. Women need to understand that any other woman can end up being competition for your man. Don't have women around your man. Any woman around your man at this point. Now, of course, there's different mothers out there who would never do something like this and never get in this situation. This is just trifling and sad. I think it's a cautionary tale for women who bring fast, gullible women around their man. You don't know what people would do behind your back, and unfortunately, she got to find out the hard way. But you guys let me know down below what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.